And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another episode of this freaking show, the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I'm your host, Travesty, and alongside me is
Awkward Colin.
And Geekcast Joe.
How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, I can't complain.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Just finished a pint of Pabst. So.
Like
Really?
PBR?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I needed to buy a lager I'm making some Irish stew later this week.
Okay.
And it was $4.59 for a sixer of pints. So now I got to drink 5 of those and use one for the soup.
Gotcha.
Well, the guy who edits our show, Derek, he's a Pabst guy. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad for a cheap thing.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of it. I think I've had it like twice, but I think the problem is I had it when I was sober, so maybe that's why I didn't like it.
I don't know. I'm sober. Tastes just fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
It's as good as bad or Coors or Old Style or Bud Light.
Oh, don't be messing with Travis's Bud Light.
Yeah, I mean you're kind of blending a lot of beers there that shouldn't be. I mean that's like me calling Guinness and Curious Traveler the same thing.
Which they are not.
No, they are not.
No, I mean no, they both suck, but they're not the same.
See, that's how I feel about all the ones that I've named.
Oh jeez, yeah. That's the thing. Like I thought you were like a craft beer drinker.
I am generally. I just didn't fit the budget this week. Plus, cheap beer's better for soup. So.
I get you. Well, it's like when my mom used to make beer brats when we were younger. You know, you just pulled out Busch Light.
Yep. Get yourself some
you
Schlitz.
Don't need a strong beer for like beer brats or anything.
Oh,
food related.
Oh no! You just use cheap beer. I mean, it cooks away all the alcohol, anyways. You know, you might as well cook it with O'Doul's.
Yeah, but then you got to drink the rest.
What would happen if you did it with like some super high contented alcohol?
I don't know.
We could try it.
About it.
We can.
I mean, might as well.
Like a whiskey stew.
We're just taking ideas of like normal recipes and doing our own thing with them anyways the last couple of nights anyways, so
yeah we tweak them. That's what we need to do.
Yeah. So anything new and exciting? Colin, you started school again this week.
I did, and in fact I'm actually working on it right now. So but yes, I'm back in school. 2 classes, a math class and what I believe is a website programming class, HTML5. So,
wow, that's
awesome.
groovy.
That'll definitely help us with our social media for our show. So it's a great thing. Oh, speaking of social media and everything, I was gonna wait to the end of the show, but I want to share this awesome surprise with you guys if you haven't heard.
What's up, Travis?
Our podcast can be found on iTunes now.
It can.
Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting
That's
about
right.
that.
Yeah. I sat there, I couldn't sleep one night, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta figure this out because there has to be a simple way to do it. And apparently it was because I was able to do it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no difficulty whatsoever. So now you can find our shows on iTunes. You can find it on our website or on iTunes every week.
Freaking A right.
Perfect.
So it's just another step forward, and then hopefully by the end of this month, our website should launch. So that's currently in the works. I'm happy for that too. I'm just happy. I mean, we're just keep moving forward.
And that's what we need to keep up the pace. So
Right.
Word.
Joey, you went back to school, right? You just started a couple weeks ago.
I did. Not even a couple weeks ago. A couple days ago.
Oh, okay. How's that going for you?
It's good. I was mostly sick last week, so I was kind of just exhausted in class, but not bad. Learning some theology, learning some pastoral care and counseling, and some church history. So
Awesome, awesome. Now a lot of your classes are I'm not sure if it's a lot of them or all of them. Are they classroom related, or do you have online courses as well?
all of the ones I'm taking this semester, I have to go to class for.
Okay.
So there was some opportunities to do some online, but I've got them consolidated to where I'm basically only in class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I figure there's no difference, especially since I live across the street. Like,
That makes things easy.
yeah,
Unlike for me, I have to what is it, like a 45-minute drive from here?
right. I'm
On
sure.
a good day, yeah.
Yeah, on a good day.
On a good day when people can drive normally and there's no snow.
Yeah, and then on the days that I actually do have to go in for tests, it's right after work, so it's rush hour. So
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, congrats to you guys for continuing your education, which is awesome.
Thank you.
I will continue to not do school.
I hope mine pays off. That's all I'm saying.
Well, like always, I guess I kind of want to start this show on a downer kind of conversation. You guys pay attention to this freaking thing, Flint, Michigan?
My goodness, yes.
haven't paid much attention to it.
Well, from my understanding of it, and I've only been kind of listening to like bits and pieces here until recently. Flint, Michigan originally got all their water from I believe it was Lake Huron through Detroit.
Through Detroit, yeah.
Okay, and eventually they figured out that what they want to do is they want to save money and just get the water from the Flint River. And I think it was it 2014. They actually did that. They actually transferred their water supply from Lake Huron over to Flint River.
Yep.
And they never what was it? I guess they never like fixed the pipes or
They didn't. So the acidity of the water from Detroit was lower than the acidity of the water from the river, and so the river water ate away the pipes in a way that the Detroit water wasn't doing.
yeah, and what was it? Started rusting the pipes.
Yeah. Yeah, it started eating them away and causing the lead from the pipes to get into the drinking water. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think, and no, I wasn't. Like, I mean, this been going on. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the exact
For a
month,
couple
but-
of years. I don't know exactly when in 2014.
What I have seen of the thing is that I guess they're getting charged quite a bit of money for their water, and they pretty much can't even use it.
No, yeah, they completely stopped using all the water, and they're actually having water brought in. Like I think Colin, you actually
Yeah.
mentioned something that Budweiser donated some water.
Yeah, Anheuser, what is it, 51,000 things of water? Cans, I guess?
Yeah, I think you showed me a little picture of it. It was like a Budweiser can, but it said water along the side.
Yeah, it was
That's crazy.
yeah.
But
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I mean, it was declared, I believe, last Thursday that the governor thought it out to be a major disaster,
Yeah.
and he asked for like $96 million for relief efforts.
Yeah, that's the price of fixing the pipes, from what I understand.
Oh no, it's actually much higher than that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
No kidding.
I have an article right here. Okay.
Oh, no, it would have to be. Yeah, you're right. Okay, go on.
Governor Snyder estimated the cost of replacing Flint's water infrastructure at $767 million.
That's a lot.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the $96 million is what they were asking for in like a relief effort, but they were denied it because the disaster was man-made.
Jeez.
And I think it was like 10 different politicians are in trouble for this, I guess, situation.
No, I would imagine. There was a press conference back when they first switched over where that governor actually took like a bottle of the water and it was like brown and he was like, you guys are just wimps, bunch of complainers, and he actually drank it. Like just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Like the stones
Did he die?
the stones to do that. No, he's still alive. He's not even been indicted or investigated yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and what's crazy is now that you're telling me that price figure, there was an email that was released last night that shows that they actually would have saved $800 million over the course of the next 30 years by sticking with the Detroit water. The Detroit water service was going to offer them a 50% reduction in cost. And they still switched to the Flint River. So it's not even like necessarily a cost-saving measure. Governor Snyder might just be an asshole.
Yeah, well, I know they because of this whole situation, they actually reverted back to the original Detroit water, but pretty much the damage that's happened has already happened.
Yeah.
I from this article it shows 10 people have already died from Legionnaire's disease.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all because they thought they could save some money by switching water, but yeah, I guess somebody fucked up bad.
Yeah, no kidding. Yikes.
That's messed up. And like when I first heard it, like when I first heard what was going on, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like my dad my dad once in a while had an issue like with his water down in Cullum, and I don't know if you remember, but once in a while I think it was Wilton Center would have a problem with their water with like mercury and all that.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
See, I thought it was just something like that, like it was a mercury issue. I didn't realize that this was a really bad situation.
Yeah, the worst is the kids who are going to be affected, you know?
Oh,
And who have been affected, because, children are much more easily affected by lead in their systems than adults are, you know?
Yeah, it says officials remain concerned that damaged pipes could continue to leach lead, which can cause cognitive damage in children and kidney issues in adults. The officials were also investigating whether the contaminated water was connected to the recent outbreak of Legionnaire's disease that killed 10 people.
Ugh. Jeez.
So it's a horrible situation, and it's kind of crazy how they considered it a man-made disaster where they wouldn't help.
Right. It's crazy to me. I totally get the, like, it was man-made, but I don't see why they wouldn't provide the emergency help, you know? Because obviously they need it. They need the help because, you know, it's a real bad situation, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. But, like, it all comes down to money, so everything does.
Yep. So, blows my mind.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of stupid people in the world, I guess, and I guess Flint, Michigan is one of them. Well, not the town itself, I guess, just the politicians.
Right.
Yeah.
Certainly at least the governor of Michigan.
Yeah, I guess there's no way I'm going to blame the 100,000 population of Flint for this.
No, you can't.
Absolutely not. I was going to look online, but sorry, I never got a chance to. I wonder if there's like any like relief fund or fundraisers going on for them right now.
There probably is.
I don't know.
Well,
Let's find out. Relief fund. Looks like there's a couple of GoFundMe's.
Yeah.
But it looks like that's about it. That's surprising.
Well, if you already found it, why don't you go ahead and find one of those? Maybe we'll just throw a link or something below if somebody wants to contribute or help out or something like that, they'll be right there for them.
Yep, we'll do.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with the how to help as opposed to one of the GoFundMes. Sorry, folks, you'll have to do a little bit more reading, but I have a suspicion that you'll actually help them as opposed to helping somebody who was just like, hey, I can profit off of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is this dog whining so much?
I don't know.
Cooper?
Yeah, he's walking around the studio here, whimpering and whining. It's just
when was the last time he was taken out?
Right before right before we started.
Oh, okay.
And I went to go let him out too. And I went to go let him out while I'm wearing my awesome new headset. And he just stood there and stared at me. But I still love him.
Oh, yeah, you can't not love him.
I know.
Even when he's a little shit.
Like always.
Like always.
Chewing things up. I did find out that he does not like that you lift his gums up and show his teeth. He does not like that.
Why? Did you do that tonight?
I did it several times while we were laying there watching TV.
I do that all the time to him. He doesn't do anything. I know he doesn't. He hates having his paws touched. He despises that.
Were you gonna say something, Colin, before I interrupted you with a story of my dog?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, with that Michigan situation, I heard that there was a whole bunch of like celebrities donating like 1 million bottles of water or something to them too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I know Mark Wahlberg was one. I don't know the others, so.
Yeah, it was this Walmart.
Jimmy Fallon, Cher, Pearl Jam, Big Sean, Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
What is this? It says Walmart and others promise Flint 6.5 million water bottles. Walmart, Coca-Cola, and Nestle and PepsiCo are announcing today to donate about 176 and truckloads of water.
Nice.
Yeah, donation includes providing up to 6.5 million bottles of water for more than 10,000 Flint students through what it says December 31st. So congrats for already doing it.
That would be awesome.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is actually December 31st of this year. Wow.
Until December?
Yeah. I'm seeing it reading it because obviously I don't look at my sources before I read them. So I was assuming they're talking about last year, but it says right here, donation includes providing up to 6.5 million bottles of water for more than 10,000 Flint students through December 31st. And this was released, was it today?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess throughout the whole year, I guess they're assuming that this problem is going to be
continue that long.
Yeah. Wow. The efforts is the last push in a growing campaign to aid the Bellegarde city of 99,000 residents who have been advised to drink bottled water or use filters on their taps before consuming it after the water was tainted.
Wow.
That sucks. Prayers for Flint.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. I will remember to hashtag that.
Hashtag Flint. Well, today is the first time in a long time where we don't have a guest. And it's not special. So I know we're going to do something that Colin loves doing, and that's reviewing some
random stuff.
Some random stuff, random shit.
Yes.
So, who cares to go first?
Man, you never know what you have out there. I mean, keeping with the water situation. I mean, I guess this article came back out in or this what I'm about to say came out in 2014, and I haven't heard anything else on it. I can't find anything else on it. But a guy created a water bottle that actually will condense human water or humidity in the air
Oh, okay.
to make it drink.
Human water.
Yes.
So urine?
No, it will condense like water vapor in the air to water,
Fantastic.
and we'll just fill up a water bottle. Like I said, it's from 2014. I don't know. I can't seem to find anything else on it, but I heard about this the other day, and I was just like, that's pretty amazing. And if this would be like something that would be amazing to have right now with the Flint situation, just by setting it outside and then it automatically just fills the bottle up with water, you know.
That's awesome.
But it seems like it is mostly used for like biking.
That makes sense.
Yeah, when people are biking, but it's a little like attachment. And I also saw like a video where they like don't have it attached to a bike and it just stood there and filled up. But it just blows my mind how they can do that. So
to looking this up or finding information on this, who's actually creating this? Is this like something we're thinking of, or is this a different country?
hold on.
I'm assuming the article says something about a Swiss scientist.
Yeah, it's some guy. It was created by some guy called Christoph Retzar, something.
Yeah.
I don't know what nationality he is, but he was up for the James Dyson Award, and I'm not sure what exactly that is, but from the name, I'm going to assume that it has to deal with the Dyson vacuum cleaners. So.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same company. Probably not. But, I mean, sorry. Yes, James Dyson is the guy who invented the Dyson vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
I believe.
Oh, wow. And this...
I mean, you can definitely win awards for being innovative.
Yeah. The foundation is actually it's a trust based out of Chicago.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But
that is fantastic.
been going on since 2007.
Woo.
So definitely very interesting things.
It seems like a great concept, you know. I mean, especially like if you ever seem to fall into situations where you think you may be like lost, stranded, deserted somewhere, and you really don't have water around. I mean, at least that could be an option. It just, I guess, kind of depends on how long it takes to fill a water bottle with humidity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, if you're stranded in a real dry, deserty area in Arizona, it's probably not going to be that great.
Right. You're just sitting there staring at this bottle, waiting for it to fill up.
Sweating.
You might as well drink your pee at that point.
Yep.
So yeah, did you say where they were as far as making this like dream a reality?
All I could find is that they were looking for crowdfunding, or wanting to get involved in crowdfunding for it. I don't think they were actually. Yeah, they are. Like I said, this article's from 2014. But the creator of it, that Retzar, was looking at crowdfunding and also investors.
Fantastic.
So, and they said the prototype would cost less than $40 to even make. So
that's pretty cheap.
yeah, so I was like, wow. produces half of a liter
Fantastic.
of water in an hour, subject to hot and humid air.
The Fontus.
Yes.
Half a liter in an hour.
Yeah.
I guess
17 fluid ounces, so a water bottle.
Yeah, it ain't too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
So
I like it. I hope something like that does happen. I mean, I obviously I'm not active, so being stuck in a desert won't happen for me. But I'll get water from the faucet
right.
because I don't live in Flint, so I can do that shit.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a low blow.
I
soon.
know, right?
Too soon.
It's way too soon because it just happened like 2 months ago.
Right.
And we were just talking about it.
Yeah, like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Again,
Fantastic.
prayers for Flint. Yeah, I mean that sounds like an awesome idea. Hopefully I do get like some kind of not GoFundMe. What's the other one that
Kickstarter?
Indiegogo?
Kickstarter? Go
Indiegogo would be okay too.
Indiegogo. Yeah, hopefully we get something like that started because I think that would definitely benefit the more active, outgoing, I guess adventure type. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. Maybe I'd become an adventurer if this was a thing I could get.
Right? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it won't do
wait
it
a
for
minute.
me, but
Looks like it is. No, maybe not. It says patent pending on
Oh.
their products page. I found their product page.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't find that for some reason.
that's because you're not Geekcash Joe.
That's a good possibility. It's also probably because I'm half concentrated on homework.
It's probably that.
So, but yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
What is
That's
it?
fantastic.
Did you get the bike too?
One is for your bicycle, one is for your backpack.
Okay, gotcha.
It looks like. But it's not like you can. They don't have a place where I can buy it yet.
I don't think it's for purchase.
Right.
Says don't hesitate to contact them.
My hesitation is that I don't really want to buy it just yet.
So. Do you guys have anything awesome that you've heard about?
Absolutely, I do. It's actually something that's I'm actually surprised to find out it has been around for quite a while. At some point in our lives, we've all used a table saw, correct?
Yeah.
And we all have had that fear of losing a finger.
Yep.
Do you know that there is a table saw out there that not only will cut your wood, but if your finger comes in contact with the blade will disengage or it will collapse into the table, and you would have nothing but a little scratch on your finger?
That's amazing.
Isn't it? I think I heard that it senses moisture.
Yeah, it senses the moisture and the what's it called? I forget what it's called now because it sends something on your skin. I can't remember what it is. If it's the oils on the skin or the skin cells, but basically there's something that it senses something that comes off your skin to the point where the blade will just stop.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Saw Stop. It's called Saw Stop. You can find it at sawstop.com.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Small electrical signal from your skin.
There you go. It started back in 1999. The technology was created by a guy named Steve Gass, actually Dr. Steve Gass. I won't take away his title that I'm sure he earned. He created the technology for the table saw, and in 2004, the first table saw was actually sold. It was created and sold. Between then and currently, they have sold a lot of saws, saved over 1,000, I guess, fingers, if you will.
Appendages.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
appendages. Yeah. It's awesome. It's based out of Oregon, and looking up the price of these table saws, they're not really that expensive. I think they range somewhere between 12 to $1,500.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and considering the hospital bills you're potentially saving.
Exactly right. I mean, and they have so many different types of saws. They got the industrial ones, like the big construction workers and stuff like that. You got the smaller ones for like the hobbyists and everything. It's when I first saw this on Facebook probably a couple months ago, and I really didn't think much of it because all I saw was a video of a guy putting a piece of wood and a hot dog through a saw, and I didn't take it seriously because I didn't think it was anything real. I mean, obviously on Facebook, half the things on it is just people fucking around.
I don't know. I saw that quote by Abe Lincoln on the internet that all the things on the internet are true.
Touche. You got me there, Joe. Shame on me for not listening to this. But I didn't take it seriously. And then the other day, I was thinking about what I'm going to talk about on this show and everything. And I saw it again, and I'm like, it would be cool if something like that was real. And I just watched the video, and it gave a website, and I looked it up, and it is very real. And apparently, they put the hot dog through it because they didn't want to kind of like just use their own real finger there first. So it's
right.
It's an amazing thing. It's awesome. I definitely recommend if any high school or anywhere has a shop class to definitely put these in it. Because I know idiots I went to high school with, and I'm pretty sure they're no different now than they were then.
Yeah. If anything, they're worse.
Just years of conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's an incredible thing. You could look at, if you guys are interested, looking for a new table saw or something like that, sawstop.com. You can buy it by the model, by what kind of use you want to get out of it. They'll tell you a little history about the company, and the dealers that are around you where to buy it. I want to say that the dealerships are normally like in the Midwest region, but I think it's kind of throughout the entire country, which is also pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Or you can buy it online. You can buy it online if you just rather, if you want to be like me and just have your shit delivered to you.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just amazed. I mean, you guys gotta watch the video and how it is and everything. And
yeah, even just reading looking at the pictures from the testimonials, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, and that's it's weird. It's like this guy created this technology 17 years ago.
Right.
It's like, I mean, I guess when you think about it, it's awesome, but if you thought of 17 years ago, why is it not being utilized
everywhere
so much now? Right? It's almost 20 years.
Right. It took less than half that time for the iPhone to be the most popular phone in the world.
Exactly.
And I feel like more people cut wood than. Never mind. No, more people probably text.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. You probably can't count most of them as people because they're still children.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Children are people.
Like half.
Nah.
Like half of people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's 2 counts as one person.
And then there's all the gingers out there. Come on.
Oh yeah.
I can say it because I am one.
They don't have souls.
Hashtag redheaded stepchildren.
Beat you like a redheaded stepchild. Oh man, I said that more times when I was younger.
Yep.
Oh man. Yep.
That's fantastic. Meh.
It happens. At least we both know it wasn't anything but a joke.
Yep.
Don't get offended by it.
I am not even remotely.
Okay, good.
Other people might be, but that's their problem, not mine.
Too many pussies in this world today.
Yeah, you ever notice that? I mean, granted, like, I think bullying is probably the worst thing in the fucking world. But I mean, have you realized how sensitive people are nowadays?
Oh yeah. God forbid they get a paper cut. God forbid somebody calls them a name. We have to have a lawsuit on them.
There was just enough of a space
I thought you were going
between and aim that I did not know where you were going with that, and I was like no, stop it! It was. I felt like a person watching a car accident. Like I couldn't try to stop you fast enough.
Holy shit!
I don't get what was so funny.
Okay.
Oh no, that's okay. You don't. That's fine. I'm glad that you don't.
Oh no, I'm gonna explain this.
You innocent being. You.
I'm gonna explain this because okay, there was I don't know if it was a glitch or a pause in what you were saying, but when you went to say the word name, all you heard was When you said yeah, because you have those okay, and me and Joseph both knowing who you are with your
Don't start anything.
No, hold on, no. With your concept of saying before you think, we're going for I think an example. Not say that you were going to say because of you hate people, but I think because of an example you wanted to give. I think we would have had to have done our first censor of the show.
Right.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything bad.
I know. But
I know, and I trusted you not to. It's just that for just a second.
Yeah.
Like just for the split pause where the signal cut off between and aim.
Well, for all of you out there, I was not going to say an explicit word.
Yeah.
As much as they thought I was, that's not what I was going to say at all.
If you know Colin loves everybody.
I do.
He sometimes.
I've never even heard him use the word that. I'm assuming so. But yeah. Anyway, whew. Crisis averted.
Insensitive people. Okay. I mean, I just don't get how people became soft all of a sudden. And I think what it is, and maybe it's just in my opinion, but I don't think it's people themselves are becoming sensitive as it is based on how they're growing up through their parents.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Like I think it's people, or not people. I think it's parents who coddle their children into a state that nothing should ever happen to them. If it is, it's an offensive, bad, wrong thing.
Oh, exactly. I know a couple people like that.
Yeah, and
I feel like that's part of it. I think it's also fed by the ability to be on the internet and connect with other people who have similar issues.
Yeah.
And so it like magnifies your problem. Like if you and I have the same problem, and maybe we don't know each other, but if we meet on the internet and I'm like, hey, I have this problem, and you're like, hey, I have this problem too, then now on the internet in front of everybody, because that's how posts happen, now it looks like that lots of people are having the same problem and talking about it a lot, and it generates kind of a little thunderstorm of issue, I think, especially on sites like Tumblr where these things can get reblogged really, really quickly.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both.
Social media sites.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of parental conditioning that's maybe gone a little bit not off the deep end. I mean, it's a little bit off the deep end, but it's like it's an overreaction from previous parts of culture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we've gone from a very like beat your kids until they know what's good and what's right type of mentality to the exact opposite, and now I think it needs to come back towards the middle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it, I don't know, it's so messed up, and it's like one of those things, like, and I think like not only like is it the parent thing, like I said, I think it's kind of like how I guess society is. I mean, is that what you're kind of trying to say? Is society too?
Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just more of a like on the pendulum of culture. we swung really hard one way and now we're swinging really hard the other way. And I think it's swinging further because of things like the invention of the internet.
Well, yeah. There's no happy median. It's like,
Right.
but and that's the thing. Like, and I think the biggest thing that bothers me is I saw something on Facebook, and I can't take the time to search it right now, but I think if you haven't seen it, somebody who's listening has seen this, and if somebody can find it for me. It was like a flyer or something like that, and I don't know if this flyer was actually shown at like colleges and stuff. Colin, I think you know what I'm talking about. It was talking about a guy and a girl who went to a party and got drunk. They both got drunk.
Oh yeah, that poster.
They both had sex. He didn't know what he was doing. She didn't know what she was doing. So he had, drunken sex, and she got raped. Even though they were both drunk, they both didn't know what they were doing. They both consented to sex. She got raped, and he's in the wrong.
Right, according to the poster.
That our country is. That's the way the world's going. It's always the guy's fault. Even though they're both shit-faced, it's automatically going to be the guy's fault. Why? Because the guy's the one that can impregnate somebody. Because guys are bad people.
Yeah, it's...
Don't get me started.
Colin, I want you to get started. I want you to get started, Colin.
No. We're not going to get started.
We should, you know what? I will say one of these times maybe we should have a conversation about this. Because I get where you're coming from, but like I'm a pretty hardcore feminist. So this might be an interesting conversation to have later on.
Yeah, but what does a feminist have to do with being equal? I mean...
Everything. Because the actual definition of feminism is that men and women are at least equitable, if not equal.
Well, our fucking country doesn't want it.
Oh, I don't disagree with you there.
They'd rather see the men get punished than not the women. Even though women have full responsibility of the same shit that happens. Yeah. Not all the time. Yes, granted. That is not always the case. But guess what? It's easily able for a guy and a girl to be in a relationship. They get in an argument. He raped me. Guess what? Even though they had consensual sex, that woman will win because she said that he raped him or whatever.
Right, and that's a serious problem that definitely needs to be dealt with.
Yeah,
I don't deny that at all. That's...
Well, it's like okay, like you look back like in high school and everything. Let's say that you're a senior, 17 years old, and you're dating a girl who's 16. Also, when you graduate from high school, become 18 years old, you have a choice. You can either break up with her instantly, or you're
a pedophile.
Yeah, or you kind of risk and see what happens. Eventually what may or may not happen if, she's a shitty person, the parents are a shitty person, whatever. If you're dating this girl, you're 18 years old, even if she's 17 years old, in some parts of the country, I don't know what the legal age is anywhere else, but I know in Illinois, even though the legal age consent is 17, if you're 18 dating a 17-year-old, she's still a minor. If you break up with her, she could instantly say that you slept with her, you guys had sex when she was 17, you were 18, and automatically you're a sex offender.
Right. Yeah, and that's a problem that I think needs to be dealt with as well.
You won't see that. I think if anything, you will find very rare cases where that's the opposite, where the girl is considered a sex offender over the guy, even if she was the older one and he was the younger one.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's the same issues tend to show up in terms of domestic violence. There's very little domestic violence prevention for men, and there's very few domestic violence shelters for men. Most of the domestic violence sort of protection is designed around women and children. And a lot of it is from a mentality of men are the strong ones, men are the angry ones, men don't deal with their issues without their fists or without drinking or without this or without that. And those are all issues that need to be dealt with, absolutely. And I don't know where I was going with that. I didn't have an end game. I'm with you. I agree. It's issues that need to be dealt with. Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just I don't even know how I don't know if I could agree with you when you say that you're biased towards feminism either, because it's like it's women. I mean, isn't the whole point of women wanting to be equal is to have just the same, consequences or successes that men have? Like don't they appear to be weaker just for the fact that they go around saying like, "Oh, he broke my heart. Guess what? He fucking raped me." I mean, I'm not saying all women are like that. I'm not saying
Yeah.
Shitty women are like that.
Right. Shitty people are like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's. I mean, if a guy was dating a girl and a girl dumped her and he broke his heart and said, "Oh, she raped me," who's gonna take him seriously?
Yeah. Right. Nobody. Yeah. It's the same thing as like when when a high school male comes forward because a teacher slept with him and society wants to pat him on the back like, man, you banged the hot teacher, well done, but she goes to prison.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because he's a male, no one takes time to consider the fact that is in fact statutory rape, and he probably needs therapy in spite of whatever. You know what I mean? He has probably put himself in a situation or been put in a situation, I should say, because we don't blame the victim. If they're truly a victim, then, he might have a total disintegration of his respect for authority, or a total disintegration of his understanding of how authority should work. So these are definitely issues that need to be dealt with. I think when it comes to women who do that to men, I'm not entirely sure that they're being feminist when they do that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The point of feminism is to say that men and women should be treated equitably. And I think there's a big myth in our society that's an issue where we talk about the idea of equality. Like, equality is the idea that we all get the same box to stand on, even though we don't necessarily have the same height to see over the wall. Equity is the shortest person gets the tallest box so that she can see the wall, whereas the tallest person gets the shortest box, or maybe no box at all, because they can see over the wall without it. And I think what feminism, what it really is trying to achieve is equitability, or equity between the sexes. Men generally have a greater advantage in our society because our society tends to be patriarchal. Men tend to be able to speak more in classes or speak more in business meetings, partially because they've been conditioned to believe that they're entitled to speak more, and partially because women have been conditioned to believe that they're not entitled to speak as much or at all. That's part of it. The other part of it is just the fact that our society says this is the way it's supposed to be. There is not supposed to be a place for a woman in the workplace. And no matter how many rules we make about it, until our whole mindset changes to make it equitable between the sexes, it's never going to work out, is how I feel about it.
Okay, so you're saying there's a difference between equitable and equality then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Equal is we all get the same thing. Equitable is we get the thing that we need to make everybody not the same, but the same.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Like you're what you're saying about being able to stand just as tall as everyone else.
Right, exactly.
Getting someone shorter than me a taller box.
Right.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and that's all well and good.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's equity.
I never thought that's what they want. They wanted to be treated just the same.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. I don't think they do. Only because it doesn't make any sense.
Does your wife have any idea what you're talking about? And is she staring at you like, who the fuck does Trevor think he is?
I don't know. She's currently looking away from me. It could be. She might be supportive. She might not be of what I'm saying right now.
All I know is that if she is supporting every word you're saying,
she says she loves me and she loves everything I was just talking about.
That's basically her way of saying, fuck whoever is disagreeing with you. Like, if you're saying all the right things, she defends me. That whoever you're talking to is a complete ass.
No, I don't think she's saying that.
No. But I mean, I do agree with what you're saying. I just think, okay, maybe in like work-related situations, stuff like that, yes, maybe that is 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a a criminal act or a crime like rape,
Yeah.
that's where the bullshit falls.
Yeah. And I think I definitely agree with you. There are some issues, especially in sentencing and in the whole process for how evidence is gathered and things like that. On the other hand, there are a lot of women who have experienced they've been treated as though they wanted it, or they've been treated as though, because there's this sort of misconception that this happens all the time, that men are always falsely accused of rape. I think a lot of people, a lot of judges, a lot of police officers have this mentality that, most rapes are false. But I think the reality is that most rapes actually happen, and most of them actually they either go unreported or are certainly underreported, because women are so afraid of admitting it, because there's this weird cult of virginity in our culture, and I'm going to get in trouble as a person who's going to be a pastor for talking about this, but we have this weird cult of virginity where, there's that Family Guy joke, which soda do you want, the one that's only been opened and drank by one person, or the one that everybody put their dick in? You know what I mean? And so there's this sort of idea where a woman, if she has sex, regardless of whether or not it's consensual, suddenly may feel devalued. And so if she is if she's been forcibly made to have sex with somebody, then she's not only dealing with the trauma of having been raped, she's dealing with the trauma of suddenly no longer having that value to society that society says that she should have. And when she goes to a doctor or a police officer and says, hey, I need a rape kit because I need to be able to get the DNA out of me to prove that I've been raped, there may be weird things that happen in that process that because she's no longer a virgin, or maybe she wasn't a virgin before she was raped. And so there's this whole huge system that makes it very difficult for women to get the help they need. And so I think the backlash to that is making men out to be pigs when we're not. And I think that the backlash is wrong, but I think that the initial issue also needs to be dealt with.
But I also think that there's a lot more men that get raped. Like you said, we don't say anything. We won't say anything.
Right. It's just as shameful. And in fact, I would say even more shameful because there's this idea that men want sex. Men need sex. Men must have sex or else they can't function.
Yeah.
And so it's impossible. Like the extreme version of it is it's impossible for a man to get raped because men always want sex. Yeah. And I think that's also an extremely damaging, extremely horrible myth. And that's how I feel about it.
Oh, I agree. I also think it has to fall down onto the media too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. If you put men are getting raped, nobody's going to watch that.
Right.
You put stories of women getting raped, we got to see.
Right. Suddenly it's a human interest story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I feel like there are a lot more like Bill Cosbys in the world. People who are willing to go ahead and use Quaaludes on young impressionable people. Than there are like the women who accuse the Duke basketball team.
Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck Bill Cosby.
Right? Well, I think that's the problem, is people don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is kind of, maybe this should be a hot topic for a future show.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's a hard topic to deal with, and there are a lot of really, really strong issues, both negative and positive, on either side that ought to be dealt with, and I don't think that the short 20-minute segment we've just had is sufficient to really cover all the bases and consider all of the emotions that could play into it.
Well, we'll definitely revisit this, but I think we need to have a female presence to be part of this.
Absolutely. I'm perfectly cool with that.
Excellent. Joey,
you know what? I do. I do have a thing that I can talk about other than horrible human behavior.
Excellent.
Although it's going to fall into the category of horrible human behavior.
Perfect.
I finally got around to watching Ex Machina, or Ex Machina, depending on how you say it
How
today.
did you like it?
I thought it was phenomenal.
So did I.
I thought it was a really great film.
Just for shits and giggles, you kind of want to explain what that is?
Yes, absolutely. It is a movie about artificial intelligence. And the concept is there's this guy, he's kind of like a Steve Jobs type, only less out in the world. And he's invented this machine that he believes is capable of being basically human. And so he has one of his employees come and live at his house for a week and apply what's called a Turing test to this robot. And the Turing test, or Turing test, is a test that basically the idea is if you're a human and you're interacting with a machine of artificial intelligence, if you cannot distinguish its intelligence from a human intelligence, then it passes the test. And normally the way it would happen is you wouldn't be able to see the machine, you'd either talk behind a wall or type to it and it would type back to you. And no machine currently in our world has passed this test because human thought is too complex. But the concept of this movie is that they have developed this robot, Ava, that is capable of working on near human, if not post-human level with her intelligence. And so it's just this fantastic love story, and it's also kind of like a manipulation story, and there's a little bit, there's some murder and some sexual shenanigans that are probably not okay. But it's all within this realm of are people ready for this thing to happen?
And when he means like a love story, he's talking like a robot being so human-like that you can't tell that it's not human and you're falling for it.
Right. Even though you know it's a machine.
Yeah.
And that's the part that was just the greatest part of it to me, was that he knew she was a machine, and he still could not help but to fall for her. And I don't want to give any more spoilers away, but that was one of the parts that was so excellent to me, was watching this slow. And then also the part, there's this part where he questions whether or not he's a machine because her humanity is so human that he's not sure if he's fake or real.
Humanity is so human.
Mm-hmm.
Does the female robot know she's a robot?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this movie sounds a lot like that, what's that fucked up movie? The guy who played Johnny Cash, he falls in love with his computer?
Her?
Yeah, her.
That's the name of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
I do not know. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
But I think it's similar in the romantic part of it, where the robot is capable of showing enough love back that the man he falls for her. But I think it's much darker. I think it's much less of a happy story of man and machine, getting it on. It's more of
Which one's a less happy one?
Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Is much less happy.
Oh yeah.
I think. It's got this really gritty tone, and all the colors are washed out. It's everything about it is just great, in my opinion. So, and Rotten Tomatoes agrees with me. It's got a 92%. So,
yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I would watch it. Right now, if you have Amazon Prime, it is available for free to watch.
That, or you can just watch it on my Blu-ray.
True. So, if anybody who's listening wants to watch it on Colin's Blu-ray,
that's true. If you know me and you want to watch it, you can.
So it looks like it's pretty inexpensive on iTunes as well, only about 99 cents for probably the low res version. So,
oh wow.
Well, it says From, so that's probably the soundtrack. I bet it's $3.99. Still, not bad. So, I'd give it a watch. It's about an hour and a half, hour and 50 minutes. But
it's gonna seem like a lot longer, but I mean, that's how some movies play.
mm-hmm. But it's not in a bad way. It's just it's so well paced, I think.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just me. I mean, did it seem longer than that to you, Joe?
It didn't, but I was doing a lot of other things while I was watching it, like washing dishes and stuff, and so I could measure time more easily.
Gotcha.
So, but it was great. It was I want to watch it again like 3 or 4 more times at least. So, I would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I'll check it out. I can't promise that, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I will. You know,
something piques your interest.
At the risk of not sounding like a feminist, there's boobs in it. So,
Yeah.
you know, if that's what it takes to get you to watch it, it's a really great
the way
film.
To my heart, Joe.
There's just full-on nudity in it.
There is quite a bit.
5-hour-long documentary, but there's at least one boob in it.
Full frontal nudity.
Nope, I just need one boob.
Aztec warriors of the Amazon, huh? All right.
I just need the concept of knowing. I guarantee that there's at least one boob. I'm sold. Don't even care.
All right. That was the answer I was hoping for, because it's a film that will enrich your soul.
Excellent. But these boobs you see there, and I mean that's coming off the computer, right? The robot.
It is. They are robot. Yeah.
The robot boobs.
They are. Yes.
They don't look like robot boobs.
No, they don't. It's actually very convincing skin material, and I'm actually like, that's the worst part about the way my brain works. I'm sitting here watching it and going, how did he make that material? What sort of sensors are embedded in that? Oh
my God.
But yeah, or if you're a fan of both the male leads in this film are in the new Star Wars. So if that's what hooks you,
really,
mm-hmm. Yep. The genius inventor guy
for the new Star Wars. I haven't seen it yet.
No, go see it. What are you doing? Like, get off the call and go to the movie theater.
Okay, bye guys.
It's really good. But yeah, Oscar Isaacs, I think is his name, is Poe Dameron in Star Wars. He was the genius inventor with the beard and the shaved head.
Yeah.
And then the creepy ginger guy, whose name I can't remember.
It's
something Domhnall.
Yeah, it's Domhnall Gleeson. He
That's
actually
it.
played in Harry Potter.
Who did he play in Harry Potter? One of the Weasleys?
Yeah, Bill Weasley.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Holy crap, he did.
Yeah.
Huh.
The other guy is Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Domhnall Gleeson plays a general in the new Star Wars, and Oscar Isaac plays a TIE fighter. Not a TIE fighter. A pilot. Thank you. An X-Wing pilot.
Who are you thinking?
Maddie.
Yourself?
Maddie from the other room yells, a pilot.
I'm like, I didn't say a damn thing, but you're welcome.
Oh, and another, Oscar Isaac is actually playing Apocalypse in the new X-Men movie.
No kidding.
Yes. So.
Do you know that Harry Potter is going to be in the sequel to Now You See Me?
Daniel Radcliffe?
Sure, if that's his real name.
Is Now You See Me that magician movie?
Yeah.
Sweet. I really liked that one, so
yeah,
I'll probably go see that sequel.
He'll be in the sequel. I think he's like, I only seen one preview with him in it. I think he's kind of like a dopey magician. But it looks good. It's one of those movies that I'm excited to see this year, along with the Marvel movies that we talked about last week.
Oh, definitely.
So, there's a lot of good movies coming out. I think there's at least 10 of them this year. I definitely want to see with, obviously the 6 Marvel. Now You See Me 2. I can't remember the one movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart in it.
Oh.
I can't remember what it's called, but that looks
Yeah,
funny.
that looks surprisingly good.
What else is coming out this year? It's actually really good. I don't know, but there,
I definitely want to see Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Matt Smith's going to be great in that.
Right. I mean, now is that movie that's coming out like to theaters? Is that straight to DVD?
Which one?
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Well, I bet it comes to theaters.
It's going to be in theaters.
Was Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? Was that in theaters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I know I owned the DVD. I don't remember if it was in theaters or not. I actually owned the book, which I don't know why I own the book. I don't fucking read. But I got the book, so.
Travis, the movie you're thinking of is Central Intelligence.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, it was just, oh my god! I think this year is gonna be my year for movies because there's so many good ones coming out, and the first one I'm excited to see is Deadpool. I think it's
Deadpool.
Like 3 weeks. I think it's like was it the weekend before Valentine's Day, the 12th?
Yeah,
the 11th, I think.
Yeah, whatever that Thursday, Friday is, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm definitely excited for that. I'm definitely gonna see that. I probably won't see it opening night, but I'll definitely probably see it during the day. I may go see it on Monday since I don't got to work that Monday. So
Nice.
yeah. And then I think the next one after that is gonna be in May when Civil War comes out.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a good year for cinema. Maybe we'll do a couple movie review shows.
That'd be groovy.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be any. I'm not gonna be a Ryan on Movie Podcast Weekly, but I'll do my best.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Man, there are a lot of movies coming out this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know.
I do gotta go see Reverend because I hear that's an amazing movie.
This weekend?
No, I got phones this weekend for work.
The
Man,
Huntsman?
you can tell Travis to take it, or Carl to take it for an hour or two.
Yeah, Carl won't take it.
Well, maybe if you weren't
sequel
such a
to Snow
dick to
White
him all the time.
Well, he deserves it. No, I mean we'll get time. If now we'll just wait for it to come out on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hear a lot of good things about it, and from what I hear, it's supposed to be Leonardo DiCaprio's year for an Oscar, I think.
I hope it is. That'd be good for him. That would make me happy. Oh yeah, Zoolander. Damn.
That's one I'm not excited to see.
I've never even seen the first one.
Oh, the first one's so good. One of my favorites.
What makes it good?
The fact that I like it.
I know, but I mean, like,
there's nothing cinematically great about it.
well, I mean, what is it? It's a crime fighting model.
It's the humor of it. Because it's not like Starsky and Hutch where they set out to be crime fighters. It's Derek Zoolander gets kidnapped and brainwashed by Mugatu, who is Will Ferrell's character, and he's brainwashed to kill the Malaysian Prime Minister to the United States, and in order to escape that, shenanigans ensue basically, and it's surprisingly well done for being a very lowbrow comedy movie.
I gotcha.
And I think I can't remember his name for the life of me all of a sudden. The guy who plays Zoolander.
Oh, Ben Stiller?
It is Ben Stiller. Okay. I kept wanting to say Ben Stein, and I knew that was wrong. I think Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell are all so funny in it that it's just, I don't know, it's great. It's really... And Ben Stiller's dad is in it, which is great too.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Stiller?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy is funny. I like him.
Yeah, he's one of the best parts of the movie, in all honesty. So, Oh, it's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. I don't know if it's good. I don't know what makes a movie good, but I enjoyed it. I've never not enjoyed watching it. So
Oh, yeah, if it tickles your fancy, why not, man?
right, exactly. So I didn't watch it because of the concept. I watched it because it was on TV once, and I've never looked back.
Right. Yeah, I think I saw a like a little skit of not a skit, but okay, whatchamacallit, a clip of the movie on TV, and I don't know what I can't remember what the scene was, but it looked like Zoolander was about to cry because somebody said something about him.
That's probably what happened.
That's exactly what happened. But I think I'd do something with a commercial he was in. Like commercial on TV.
Yeah, he dresses as like a mermaid and does like mermaid things, selling perfume.
Merman, right? Because
Yeah.
someone said it was a mermaid, and he said merman. And he looks back, says merman again with like a tear in his fucking eye, and then like runs off.
Well, because of course it's not going to be a good male model movie if there isn't like conflict with the hardworking blue collar coal mining dad and the not as hardworking, seemingly flippish model son. You know,
Yeah.
male model son, not like, oh, he's a good son. No, terrible son. But
Jeez. Well, one more thing I wanted to do before we finish off here. I want to talk a little bit about superstition. Being this is our 13th episode and everything, I figured the luckiest thing we could do is talk about unlucky situations.
fantastic.
Um, Joey, how do you feel about superstitions? You know, bad luck things like broken mirrors, cats walking across your path, walking underneath ladders.
So, generally, I could care less about them.
Mm-hmm.
But there is like a tiny little part of me that's like really, really superstitious, even though I don't want to be. Like every time I accidentally spill salt, I throw some over my shoulder.
Okay, Carl.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I think it's literally just because my folks did it and instilled it in me, and so it's just something I do now.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this part of me that's like, so the reason you're supposed to do that is because the devil made you spill the salt, and so by flinging it over your left shoulder, you're throwing it in the devil's eye. And there's this part of me that's like, you know, I don't care if it's true or not, but if I had the chance to throw salt in the devil's eye, I should take it, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, I don't believe in it, but it's hard not to take that opportunity at the same time. And it makes me feel weird when I don't.
No, I get what you're saying. You know, it's like I've never been, and I guess when you think about it more, you know, like with me, I really don't believe in like those whole bad luck things and all that shit. But I don't recall ever walking underneath a ladder. And I know I'm very careful with mirrors, but I mean that could just be me being me. But I mean like
Right.
superstitions and everything. I think it should. I think the whole concept of superstition. I think people looked at something on what you're not supposed to do and say, hey, if you do it, it's bad luck. I think it's a way for fucking people to
Right.
make sure they're watchers like, oh, don't break the mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. It's like, well, you don't want to break a mirror to begin with.
Right. You don't want to break a mirror because when they were invented, they were really expensive.
Yeah. You know, you don't want to walk underneath the ladder because, well, yeah, maybe it's bad luck or the fact that you're going to end up hurting yourself by either knocking into it or if somebody's on it, they're going to fall off of it.
Right.
And that's not bad luck, that's just stupidity.
Right. No, definitely.
The black cat thing, I just don't get. I think that's to do probably with witches and how
It had to do with witches. Yeah.
Yeah. The salt thing, I get what you're saying, you know, the whole devil thing. There's actually a website that I found. It's called funfacts.com. And they actually have a bunch of categories on here, not only for superstitions, but just facts about animals, celebrities, languages, religion, science, space, sports, technology, film, weather, weird facts, weird laws, countries, places, so on and so forth. Fart facts. I'm gonna read through some of these superstitions. I want to know your guys' opinions on them. And now that I see it, I'm also gonna read off some fart facts too. So
how do you spell the?
It's gonna be funfactz.com.
Aha.
Funfacts.com.
Gotcha. I was trying to get there so that I could put a link in the show notes, and I was failing miserably.
All right, so I'm just gonna go back and forth between you guys, and I'm gonna read off some superstitions, and I just want agree or disagree. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna read into both of you guys. You both give me your opinion.
Perfect.
Pirates believe that piercing the ear with such precious metals as silver and gold improves one's eyesight.
No.
If you catch a falling leaf on the first day of autumn, will you not catch a cold all winter?
No.
I don't know. I've never tried. Probably not, though. It probably wouldn't work.
Placing a hat on the bed is apparently bad luck.
No.
I wouldn't know. I've never placed a hat on the bed.
Placing keys on the table is considered unlucky.
Oh, I hope not. That might be where all my bad luck comes from. I always put my keys on the table.
Do it
day.
every
Before traveling, a person should apparently sit on their luggage.
Huh.
Why?
I don't know.
Probably to keep people from stealing
it. Two people breaking a wishbone is said to lead to good luck for the person with the larger piece.
I've heard that.
Oh, see, I always heard it was make a wish, and whoever gets the larger piece wins. Like, they win their wish.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Did you ever do that?
I'm sure I did as a kid. Most recently I did it, and I think it was Maddie and I broke a wishbone at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
And we both, like, the way it broke, it actually broke into 3 pieces, where we both had equal pieces, and then a third piece flew off into the atmosphere, and we don't know what happened to it.
Into the atmosphere. Right?
That's what it felt like. I don't know.
You know what that was?
What's that?
You know what that was?
What's that?
That was God saying you both lost.
Yeah, probably.
Like, boom, I win. Nah, it's probably something sweet like, you guys are so perfect for each other that you deserve everything, not just one over the other.
That'd be fantastic.
Right. Well, here you go, Joe. Once a wedding ring has been placed on the finger, it is considered bad luck to remove it.
Well, I'm in a lot of trouble because I take it off every time I do dishes.
Like a lot of people do.
It's probably bad luck to lose it when you take it off your finger. That's probably...
Drop it down the...
I do often, like... Most of the time I take it off and put it in the same place. Every once in a while I'll slip it into my pocket. And then I'll, like, freak out when I go to try and find it because it's not where it's supposed to be.
Let's see here. Possibly bad luck to leave a house. It's bad luck to leave a house through a different door than the one you used to come into.
Huh. That sounds strange.
According to an age-old custom, carrying a dead shrew in your pocket wards off rheumatism.
Rheumatism.
There we go.
So like arthritis.
Oh. So carry a dead shrew in your pocket, and there you go. In some parts of England, rum is used to wash a baby's head for good luck.
Nice.
Many believe if all candles on a birthday cake are blown out with one breath, while making a silent wish, the wish will come true.
I've been giving that one the old college try for 24 years. It's never worked out.
Let's see here. Oh, here's the ladder one we were talking about. If one walks underneath the ladder, they said to bring bad luck. Sometimes it says it can be undone by immediately walking back underneath the ladder.
Huh.
Do you have to walk So you said you had to walk backwards through the ladder?
Yep. As soon as you walk through the ladder, you have to walk backwards back through the ladder.
So don't turn around and walk back.
Oh no, no, that's just double bad luck. Then you just
Jeez.
fuck.
Jeez, that sounds like it would be worse bad luck because you might really knock the ladder that time because you're going backwards.
Okay, one more, and then we're gonna do fart facts. We'll just do a couple fart facts. It is bad luck. It is bad luck to put new shoes on a bed or a table. Comes from the tradition of dressing a corpse in new clothes and shoes and laying them out so everyone can give the respect.
Interesting.
So can't put new shoes on a bed or a table.
I have heard that about the table. And I do generally avoid it, but I've never cared if I did put new shoes on the table. Like, oh darn it, I did that thing I'm not supposed to do. Oh well.
I'm gonna read a couple fart facts here so we can all learn about farts.
Fantastic.
Chewing gum can make a person fart more.
Huh. Oh, that makes sense because you're imbibing more air.
Mm-hmm. If you hold farts in during the day, they'll come out in your sleep.
I could see that, I suppose.
Held in farts enter your bloodstream and are bad for your body.
No way.
So it says.
Wow.
Women average 7 farts a day, men about 12.
Huh. I'm surprised it's not equal.
I know, right? Or equality.
I'd imagine it all has to deal with diet.
It probably does.
Well, I think what it is, I think if you give women more beans and guys less beans, then maybe it'll balance out the concept of how many times you have to fart.
Maybe.
Okay, let's see if I can find one more, and then I want to talk a little bit about Twitter. Farts are flammable. We all know that. Yeah, right. The word fart comes from the Old English "feroton," meaning to break wind.
Huh. That's amazing.
Termites are the largest producers of farts. Okay, I'm done.
I did know that.
I did not know that, but that's good to know now. Cool. All right, real quick, before we end the show, and we start doing our thing, I want to talk a little about Twitter. I mentioned it last week. I kind of want to mention it again about this this group that we're following. Obviously, you can find us on Twitter, This Freakin Show, but we're currently following a group called Pattern Family, and Pattern Family is basically an open community of podcasters that are helping one another out. Basically, you start following Pattern Family, you hashtag Pattern Family in all your tweets, and then the whole concept is that the other podcasts that are attached to this will retweet, like, and follow you to kind of help get you out there and get you well known. It has helped us out a lot. I don't know if you guys look at the tweets a lot lately, but we definitely increased our following a lot, and I think it has to do a lot with the Pattern Family group.
Yeah, definitely.
I've talked to a lot of great people off of this. A lot of people I would actually hope one day to get on the show, talk a little more to, and a little more about, because they're all amazing people. And it amazes me how, before even doing this, how I never listened to these podcasts before, and I kind of regret it now because they've been out here for so long, and they are the funniest things that I've ever fucking heard.
That's fantastic.
But definitely want to get talking to them more. Definitely, if you're a podcaster out there, you're looking to do a podcast or something in the future, definitely look up Pattern Family on Facebook. It's just hashtag Pattern Family. Let's see here. I think that's about it. Follow us on Twitter. Like us there. That's awesome. You guys got anything else?
No.
No? Okay, well, let's do my favorite part, because I like hearing Joe talk. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, oh shoot, I was gonna forget. Talking with our editor earlier today. With the way everything is and how everything's looking, our shows are actually gonna start being released on Thursdays now.
Oh yeah,
So
it's probably
so
good.
for so for everyone to know, our shows can be found every Thursday now instead of Wednesdays. I know it's gonna break everyone's heart knowing they have to wait one extra day. But you know we're all working guys. This isn't the only thing we do. So unfortunately, we have to make time to do everything and compromise. Since we obviously all don't live near or around each other, we gotta try to make it everything work. So we're gonna structure it a little bit better, and we're gonna release the shows. I'm hoping Thursday mornings
Groovy.
at the earliest. But so to correct what I was about to do, hey Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Obviously, every Thursday from now on, people could find you here at this freaking show. But where can they find you Saturday mornings?
Every Saturday morning, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast. You can find us at our new domain, gcl.ninja. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook by searching Geekcast Live. And on Facebook, you can both join our group and like our page. So we encourage both.
Awesome. Before I close out, I did want to mention one more thing that I just forgot about until just now. Earlier this week, and by earlier this week, I mean last night, I actually used Twitter for something I never used it for. I did a poll, and I wanted to ask what people believe was the most ridiculous superstition between walking under ladders, black cats crossing their path, spilling salt, and broken mirrors. And as it turns out, that people think that the spilled salt thing is the most ridiculous
Really?
superstition. Yeah.
That's excellent for my ego.
Yeah.
I would have picked the cats.
Yeah. Going from 1 to 4, it looks like it's spilling salt, black cat, broken mirror, and actually walking under the ladder is the least ridiculous.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a crazy fucking world we live in, isn't it?
It really is.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on Facebook at This Freaking Show. You can look us up on Twitter, This Freaking Show. You can find all our episodes not only at thisfreakingshow.com, but now you can also find it on Twitter. Or I'm sorry, not Twitter, iTunes. You can still find us on Twitter too, but our shows you can find on iTunes. Make sure while you're there at iTunes, you do give us a review and you rate us. Tell us how we're doing, how awesome we are, how funny we are. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
Thank you for tuning into This Freaking Show. I'm out.